Right, so a quick one. Cheap standard flat wall mount bracket for this. I'll just move that out of the way. VESA mounts there. I will just grab a tape measure. They're odd, those are. Is it 200 by 300 or something? So, quick measure, because we like to be accurate. So it's 300mm by 200mm. I did guess it correctly, but I thought I'd better check. So in one of these, I've got one already out because I've had a TV previously on the wall. So standard flat universal wall mount. I will put a link to this one if anyone wants to buy one off my Amazon link. I will generate maybe 10 pence. High five. So you get two arms in it, same as what I've got out there. Those will attach to the back like so. And you can see a slot if it shows up. I don't know if it will. That's the part that attaches to the wall, and the bracket will simply hook on like that. And if you choose to, you can push up the locking tabs to stop it being, well, taken off or knocked off by accident. And that is it. So first things first, I'm going to attach my bracket to the back of the TV, or bracket arms. So my universal screw pack, there should be some, what are they, M6 screws, which C1 look like the correct type. So 4 of those there. Sadly I've got washers in my pocket as well, because I'm sad like that. There should have been some washers in there. I think I've already raided that pack. So 4 washers there on the M6s. So I'm going to go pretty high up to keep the centre of sort of gravity high on that bracket. I'll go, it's going to have to be there, so I've got a slot and a hole. Just looking at it actually, the plastic on that threaded hole is slightly out of line, so I might have to actually force the screw in, which is a bit but it is what it is. It does go in okay. Pulling my slack up on the arm as I nip it up so it can't drop any further down. Same for the other side, which I'll probably fast forward to be kind. There we go. So dimensionally, I'll just take that back plate out again. So this bit's going to the wall. All I need is a dimension. So there. So I can either go from bottom of my bracket to the top of the TV, or the bottom of my bracket to the bottom of the TV. My reference is going to be the top of the TV because it's going to be in line with another. So bottom of my bracket there to the top of the TV is the dimension I want. And if I get my tape measure and I just look, he says if I use camera mev, if you just look across, I think that's 320mm. 320. So 320mm. I don't know what that is in inches if anyone cares, but it's about 12.5 at a guess. But 320mm from the top of where I want my TV to where the bottom of the bracket needs to be. Right, so top of my TV is going to be there. So I've measured, the dimension was 320 to the bottom of my bracket, so I've marked there. I don't know whether the marks will show on camera. This is a wood panelled wall, so it won't actually require any drilling either. But with my bracket and spirit level, We never trust a bubble on a spirit level if it's got one built in. So I know...
Bubble on a bracket?
Yeah, you get those built-in bubble spirit level.
You said brackets. You never trust a bubble on a spirit level if they're built in. They're always built in on a spirit level.
No, I never trust them.
Bubble on a bracket?
Yeah, the spirit level bubble on a bracket that's built in, so I'm just going to try and mark that as best I can. So I don't need to drill this wall because it is just chipboard. All I need to do, because it's wood panelling, is with my Stanley knife, I'm just going to make a starter hole for my 4 wood screws. There we go. So, right, back to the bracket. I've got my sort of starter threads there. Let's try left-handed. Oh. I'll fast forward this bit in a moment. So before I nip those 2 screws up, I'm just going to put my bracket on and get it somewhere level. About there. That's it. Put my other 2 screws in somewhere. Looking at that, advantage of it being an OLED, I could actually drop the plug down that hole, but we're moving things around. I've got a 4-way mains behind it. It will fit because the OLED's quite thick at the bottom, so there's going to be a massive void at the top of it. I've got an HDMI cable there for my soundbar, aerial cable for my TV feed, and optical as well as a backup for my soundbar because ARC can be flaky, and I've got wired internet through my Ethernet there. Cool. So, just turn it on, make sure it works. So I've got it next to my Samsung Q9 from actually 2018.
On Sunday morning.
That's it, good to go. And just for a quick one, because we're in a shop, I will stick it on.
We are so near European elections that this is a totally biased outlook.
Well, we asked for a statement in response to those
all
points, and were
those
told
normal settings are on.
we are committed to representing all parties over the European parliamentary election period. The programme featured guests from the Labour and Conservative parties, which, as in 2017, are committed to delivering Brexit in some form. Nigel Farage was asked on the 19th of May, but instead preferred last weekend were advocates of Brexit. That wasn't the only controversy around last weekend's Andrew Marr show. During the programme, the Liberal Democrat leader Vince Cable was asked about the coarse word used in his party's campaign literature to sum up their opposition to Brexit.
Talking about